joining. Are you ready to work out together? Today we have a fun sequence planned. I usually do this starting on the ladder barrel and then moving over to the reformer. I don't have a ladder barrel for the moment, so I'm going to make do with what I have. You can do the same. If you happen to have one, that's awesome. So you can do kind of our first sequence on the ladder barrel, and I'll talk about that. If not, you can follow along with me and use what you have. So to start out, I am going to be using the long box from the reformer to kind of replicate the top of the barrel. After that, I'm going to be using the large stability ball, and then from there, we'll move over onto the reformer. Okay, so if you're ready, let's do this together. I actually need to turn this the opposite direction. So if you have your box, you want to turn it in the lengthwise position, because if you had a barrel, what you would want to do is you'd want to climb up, sit on top of the barrel, you'd have the ladder in front of you, you'd have your feet to help you, and then you're going to swing yourself around so that you can lay your spine down onto the top of your barrel in the widthwise way, right? Okay, so you're going to lay your spine down here on the top of your barrel or your box. And we're going to pull our knees in towards our chest. Just give ourselves a hug. We're going to start pretty quick today. This is a big sequence that we have up, yeah? We're going to start with our 100, okay? So take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lengthen the legs out, lengthen the arms out. Go ahead and come into your external rotation, and we go in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Good. Keep trying to really curl your head, neck, and shoulders forward. Go 2 more. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, and bring your knees in for a hug. Go ahead and bring one hand behind your head. Go back out into a little upper back extension here. Take a nice big inhale to prepare. And exhale, curl it back forward, hands over top your kneecaps. Pull your knees in towards your nose, and we're gonna go right into our stomach 5 series. So we're gonna inhale, reach the arms and legs long. Exhale, scoop around and pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. And pull. So double leg stretch. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Both hands over the right knee. Pull, pull, and change. Pull, pull. Single leg stretch. Keep your shoulders down, away from the ears. Good. One more each side. Both knees in. Lift your legs straight up. Let's stay parallel. Flex the feet, hands behind your head. Double leg straight stretch. Reach it down. Point the toes to lift. Flex to lower. Point to lift. Flex to lower. Point to lift. Flex to lower. Point to lift. One more time. Flex to lower. Point to lift. Hands behind your right calf. Send the left leg long. Pull, pull, scissor change. Pull, pull, scissor change. Pull, pull, scissor change. Pull, pull. Last one. Knees in, hands behind your head. Go straight in for your crisscross. Cross and cross. 4 more. Cross and cross. Really lift up and over. 2 more. Good job. 1 more. Bring your knees into your chest, hand behind your head, stretch it back for some extension here. And then exhale, round it up. Hands behind your thighs. Roll yourself all the way up. If you're on the barrel, swing yourself around, bring your feet onto the ladder. If you don't have the barrel and you're following with me, grab your stability ball and come back. Hey guys, okay, so like I said, if you have the ladder barrel, stay on it. All you want to do is stand up, turn to face your barrel. You're going to bring your pelvis on to the barrel and you'll bring your feet back against the ladder, okay? Into a Pilates V position with your heels together. For those of you who don't have it, we're going to use the ball. We can do exactly the same thing. You just want to position yourself in front of a wall because we're going to have our feet press against the wall, okay? So our feet will be in that Pilates V position, heels together, toes apart. So in order to find that position, go ahead and come down onto your knees. Now, I don't have a mat because we're not going to stay down here very long. You can if you want, and your knees are not going to stay here. Just to get into that position, find your feet against the wall and then lift yourself up onto your ball. So once you're there, your knees are no longer on the floor. My feet are in that Pilates V position against the wall and my knees are bent here, okay? I'm going to lay myself out over the ball and let's just start with our hands gently behind our head. You can bring your nose down onto the ball. So same position if you're working on the ladder barrel. From here with an inhale, I'm gonna straighten my legs, lift my head, neck, and shoulders and chest into my extension. Big inhale here. Exhale, scoop the belly underneath you and round back over your ball or barrel, bending the knees. Inhale, extend the body all the way straight and then lift back into that extension. Now, to get more extension from here, you can bend the knees and reach the back even farther behind you and then straighten out and forward and exhale, scoop and round as you come back in. Inhale, reach long and come into that extension and reach it long again. Exhale, rounding over. Let's start with our arms long back by our sides. From here, inhale, reach the arms long by your ears. Now reach and lift up into that extension. Try and get your arms back behind the head and then reach it long. And exhale, scoop and round. And inhale, straighten and reaching back into that beautiful extension and reach and round. We'll go two more. Inhale, stretching long and reach and reach it long and exhale. Kittens have all sorts of energy. Need some of his energy. And then bring it back into your extension and reach it long and lower down. I know you guys can't see what he's doing. I don't even know if you can hear it, but he's being crazy. Okay, so from here, I've just pulled myself back off of the ball, and now we're gonna go into our side overs. So I'm gonna come back up onto my feet to reposition. I still need the wall for a press. Same thing for your barrel. Let's start on our left hip. So you're gonna bring the left hip down on the ball, and you're gonna bring your top foot behind you, bottom foot in front. I've sort of wedged my feet right in between the junction of the wall and the floor. From here, I'm gonna bring my left hand behind my head and I'm gonna go all the way out and down over the ball or over your ladder. Press your head back into your hand here to make sure that it stays in line with your spine and isn't forward. Whoops. And from here, you're gonna exhale, lift it up. Inhale, reach and round over. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. So I have my legs slightly bent. You can have your legs straight, just as long as you have a hold, feet against wall and floor, or feet against the ladder, yeah? Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, over. Exhale, lift. Inhale. So really reach the spine out and over the ball before you come back up into that curl. And over, working through those obliques. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale. Last one, hold it up and turn to face your ball. Okay, bring your feet back onto the floor, stand up, turn to face the other side. Bring your right hip not completely on top of the ball. So remember, top foot goes behind you, bottom foot goes in front of you. That will help your stability. Right hand is back behind your head and left arm reaches out towards the wall. We're gonna inhale, round the spine laterally all the way down over the ball or the barrel, and exhale to lift. Inhale, reach and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach and lower. Good. Keep that head pressing back into the hand. So sometimes in a side position, it's hard to kind of feel our alignment, and the head can go forward, or we can kind of come into a twist. So make sure that your shoulders remain square to the wall in front of you. And good, let's go 4 more. And 3. And 2. And last one, hold. Turn to face your ball. Bring your feet onto the floor and stand it up. All right. If you're working on that ladder barrel, from here, you're gonna sit back up onto your barrel, you're gonna face your ladder, and you're gonna bring your feet underneath the ladder. For those of us who don't, come onto your reformer, set up your short box, put all your springs on. I will meet you there in a second for the next sequence. Okay, so you're on your reformer. We've got the short box set up. I've got all the springs on. I'm gonna slip my feet into the strap, and you want to grab your circle. If you don't have one, you can also use maybe a baton. It's just a nice prop to have, and if you have neither, that's okay too. If you are working on your ladder barrel, you're gonna go ahead and face forward towards your ladder. You're gonna bring your feet against it and hook your toes underneath one of the rings, or the rungs. Okay, and also grab your circle. Okay, so from here we're going to start with our short box series. Reach your arms straight forward, circles just in between your palms, fingers reaching long. Lift the spine up tall here. Exhale, start to scoop the low belly and round back, pulling the spine back as you squeeze in on the circle. Go as far back as you can, maintaining a flexion. Inhale here, exhale, squeeze and round forward as you scoop the abs deeper, and lift up, restack the spine. Inhale, exhale, squeeze those glutes, scoop, and draw the tail forward as you round the spine back. Lower the shoulders, inhale, pause. Exhale, squeeze, scoop deeper as you round back forward. Inhale, lift, shoulders up over the hips. And again, exhale, rounding back. Good. Pause, shoulders down, chest stays broad. Keep your scoop. Exhale, pull that belly button back behind you as you round up and over, shoulders over hips. Restack the spine. Twice more here. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, pause. Exhale, scoop deeper as you dive up and over, and restack the spine. Last time, and rounding back, drawing your abdominal wall in. Inhale, pause. Exhale, fold those ribs up, dive up and over. Inhale, restack. Good job. All right, from here, wrap your fingers around the inside of your circle, and we're gonna hinge flat back behind us. So keep the spine nice and tall. I like with this one to have straight legs. I like that my feet are pulling into the strap and not actually touching onto the platform. That's just my preference. So I've scooted back a little bit so that I can have that. From here, you're going to inhale, lift the spine up and hinge back. Exhale, pull apart on the circle and reach forward, release. Inhale, hinge back. Exhale, pull the circle apart as you lift the shoulders back up over the hips and release. Inhale, hinging back. Exhale, lift and release. So here you want to really focus on keeping the lumbar spine long behind you. If it helps, you can always take your hand, reach behind you, put one finger at the top of the lumbar spine, one finger towards the bottom, and as you hinge back, make sure that those two fingers aren't getting closer together. So you want to keep them far apart, the same distance as they start when you're sitting up nice and tall, and release. From here, and bring the circle in close to your sternum. Shoulders are down, broaden your chest. You're gonna squeeze in on the circle, twist to the left. We're gonna hinge back, reach out on a diagonal, pull the circle back in and face forward. Twist to the right, hinge, reach, and coming back in and face forward. Twist, hinge, reach, pull back in, come back onto both sit bones and face forward. I'm slipping forward on this one again. I like to have my legs straight. Here we go. Twist to the right, hinge out, reach, pull the circle back in, squeeze, lift and release. Squeeze and twist and reach, squeeze and center. And twist, hinge and reach, and pull back in and up, and twist, hinge and reach, pull in and lift. Last one here, twist, hinge back, reach the circle overhead, pull back, and face forward. Good. For this one, we're gonna do what's called around the world. At least that's the way I know it. I like to have my knees a little bit bent. So we're gonna reach forward again, fingers facing forward. We're going to twist to the left, and with an exhale, start to round your spine back behind you as far as you can go, keeping a flexion. Lift the arms up overhead, reach towards the right, round it forward facing the right side, restack the spine and face center. Turn to the right and scoop that low belly, start to round the spine back, arms lift up overhead, face left and round forward. Lift up and face center to the left, rounding back, really pull the spine back behind you. So don't clunk down on yourself. You want to keep staying tall even as you come into a flexion and round back. Arms up overhead and round it forward. Restack and lift to the left, pulling back, lift up and over, shoulders down, scoop and round to lift. Make sure there's no arch happening in the low back, so only go as far back as you can control the flexion and maintain that flexion. Yeah? One more time, facing the left. Lift the arms up and over and scoop and lift. Facing right, round it back. Lift up and over and scoop and face forward. Good job, you guys. You don't need your circle anymore, so you can just put it down nearby. And you're gonna scoot slightly forward. Let's take your right leg out of the strap. Keep your left foot underneath the strap, and we're gonna move into your climbing a tree. So from here, bring your hands behind your right thigh, and we're just gonna straighten the leg and bend. Twice more. Straighten, keeping the spine lifting nice and tall. As we do that, reach the leg up and away. Now walk behind the leg up towards your foot. If you can hold on to your foot, great. Pull the shoulders down, scoop the belly. From here, you're just going to start to rock this whole shape back. Your leg's going to pull up towards the ceiling. From here, your foot is catching in that strap. Start to walk your hands down your leg, and then I like to bring my hands on the side of the box and then move into an extension. From here, if you're ready for it, you can bring your hands straight back onto your frame and then draw the arms around, hold back on to that leg and start to round it up. One vertebra at a time, reach up for that foot if that's where you started. Round this shape forward, shoulders back, belly scooping. Round back again. Go right back into it, walking down from flexion, moving into an extension. Careful to walk yourself slowly there. If you want to bring your hands down on the floor, you can. Keep your abdominal wall engaged, so don't be loosey-goosey back there. Everything is still knitted together, and round it forward. One more time, rounding the shape back. Keep this leg pulling up towards the ceiling, walking it down, holding onto your box first, and all the way down. Exhale, chin to chest, fold your ribs up, round it forward, one vertebra at a time. Hold up onto that foot, rock forward. Bend this knee, cross the ankle over the top of your thigh. Take your hands back behind you and push forward so you're hinging flat back forward and just stretching out the outside of that right hip. So that feels nice here. Broaden the chest, shoulders pull back. Big inhale, exhale, bring it back up. Go ahead and grab on the outside of this foot. Reach the leg across your body. Right arm pulls back. Turn back to look at your hand and just stretch across the body here. Good. All right, bend this knee. Bring your foot back under the strap. And then hands behind your left thigh. And let's bring your left foot out now. And extend and bend. So as you extend, trying to keep that spine nice and tall and lifted. Here we go. Extend. Walk up the leg. Hold onto the back of the ankle, calf or foot, wherever your flexibility has you. And then slowly rock this shape back. Bring the leg up to 90 towards the ceiling. Slowly walk down, moving from flexion to extension. Big inhale here. Exhale, chin to chest. Grab behind that leg, round it up. Good. And rock this form forward. Careful to pull the shoulders back. Keep your scoop. Leg to 90 and bring it down. Nice. One vertebra at a time. Walk your hands back to your frame if you can, down onto the floor if you want to. Chin to chest, round it up. Make sure you don't come up in one block. So you really want to emphasize your flexion, your extension into flexion there. And rounding back. Walk it down. One vertebra at a time. Move into your extension. Good. Hold this here. Reach that leg up and away towards the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. Fold your ribs up. Walk up the leg. Scoop the belly. Reach up to that foot if you can. Round it forward and bend this knee. Cross the ankle over the top of your hip. Hands behind you. Press flat back hinged forward and get a stretch in the outside of that left hip here. So inhale, just breathing into it. Good. One more time. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, I almost forgot. Grab a hold of the outside of that foot. Straighten the leg. Draw it across your body. Reach the left arm and hand back. Turn to look at it. Big stretch here. Good. Lift the spine tall. Good. And bend the knee. And you can bring your feet out of the strap. If you guys liked this video and you want to see more, I invite you to come to my website at goneadventuringpilates.com and register for free. The link is in the description of this video. Join me for more adventures and let's have fun moving together.